Read up. How about, buddy? The Waubra Wind Farm pays around about $100,000 a year that the community fund has and spends on projects just within this area. $100,000 a year for 25 years, that's $2.5 million. And that's, for a small community like us, that's just gold. So to me, the renewable energy stuff's just really a no-brainer.
How are you?
Yeah, well, good to see you.
We're a small rural brigade. We don't have a lot of resources to be able to fundraise. Once upon a time we had 2 tankers, 2 Austins, but that's all. But now we've got a big shed that we can put everything in, good equipment, security camera. Got a little kitchen that we've put in there, got a toilet. It's chalk and cheese, really is. Chalk and cheese.
15 years ago, Waubra was like most other little rural towns around the place. We're a really tight little group, we get along really well. But you just kind of realise how far behind you are as a little rural community, just in some of the basic things. If you wanted something done, you had to do it yourself. So when the Waubra Wind Farm was proposed, we were always to be the neighbour. And back in those days, there was no money for neighbours. There was only money for those that hosted turbines. I kind of had a bit of a bigger view on what was happening in the renewable space. I was doing a bit of work with the federal government at that stage on renewables planning and land care. The developers came to me and said, we're thinking of doing something for the community. I said, well, I reckon that's a really important thing to do. And I said, well, if it was me, I'd actually get all the community groups in the town and I'd get them to decide on the future of the town. That was kind of then the genesis of the Community Benefit Fund. What we wanted to do was keep the benefit in this area. You've got to be a community group that operates in the footprint of the wind farm to actually be eligible to get the money. So there's now 16 groups or reps of those groups, whether they're the head of the school council or the head of the footy club or they're involved with the CFA. We meet about 3 or 4 times a year generally, and nowadays we meet in the pub. So you bring that mix of groups together. You also bring together a mix of people.
That's cemetery needed facelift.
So I ended up with the job as the exec officer. My job's really to do the background stuff so that when the community members come in, they're well briefed, they make a good decision, they go, this looks like a legit project, absolutely, yeah, this is one we want to support. What will happen is they'll all have needs. The CFA will need a new truck, the school needs this, the footy club will want a better scoreboard and that kind of thing. But once we've got through those and you've got those people working together across those groups, then you can start to say to them, actually, let's think about the future. Actually, what do we want the town to look like?
I actually would travel for a good playground. Something exciting, something that brings people out to the town, tourism.
Not just a playground for kids here, but people to come. So what we call a destination playground. I'm going to come out the pub, I'm going to
grab a coffee,
and I'm going to come up here with the kids and actually let the kids have a play.
Yeah, so we're really wanting to improve that and get them some better facilities.
The thing is, you can't do it without money. And we've only got so much money and the council's only got so much money. This is council land.
So you need some money to be able to get grants. You can't start with nothing to get a grant.
The first piece of money that really went in the equation was the community fund money.
So it was really imperative that we got that pledge. By September, we should be at least building or beginning the build of our playground project.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, it's a bit empowering. You can have so much input into building your community, and you've got all the collective group around the table and we've all got our ideas and we all just work together with it. It's always really productive. It's just been great to see the impact we've been able to give to our community.
I don't mind the look of it. So much so that 3 months ago I've bought a bit of extra land just up the road and it's got 2 turbines on it as well, and that's just fine. There's been a lot of change. This is just kind of the next version of change. We have $100,000 to work with each year, and that's money that then the community fund has got to spend on projects, and that's a really good start for the community groups. It's just actually made people's lives a whole lot easier and a whole lot nicer.